Welcome back to Good Company. Have you ever dropped your phone in water and didn't know what to do?
I bet. Terry Valentini with Normal Gadgets joins us now with the secret to saving your phone. Good to see you again, Terry.
Thank you. Nice to be here again. Thank you.
All right, you brought some interesting stuff for us to look at.
Yeah, and of course,
Water.
water.
Yes.
Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of share what we do at Normal Gadgets.
Okay.
I mean, Normal Gadgets, we fix things, right? We make things normal again.
Right.
So if you break your phone, your screen gets cracked, things like that, those are all things that can be repaired and replaced.
There's a good example of a cracked screen for you.
Nice. Yeah.
So we can do that. We can do charge boards and all the, the bells and whistles if your device breaks, if your tablet breaks and all that. But what I wanted to talk today about was about common things that, people damage their phones. And a lot of times what it is water damage, right?
Toilet water, probably.
Exactly. Toilet water. And you know what? They never tell us.
They never tell. I know.
They come in and they go, "Hi, can you fix this?" And you grab the phone and they go, "Well, it's water damage." And you go, "Okay, water damage? Ha." Toilet.
Yeah.
And it's usually girls. You know why?
Why?
Put it in the back pocket. They put it in their back pocket and then it flops out. Guys typically put it in their front pocket or they carry it. For the most part. So
I'll put mine.
you put it up there?
Yeah.
You gotta be careful because then if you bend over, it falls out and breaks. Right?
Yeah.
So
dangerous.
it is dangerous.
All right, so whose phone we put in the water?
So
yours?
Let's put in the
No,
How about yours?
No.
You didn't bring yours?
No.
I left mine somewhere.
We'll put yours in.
What we've got is I've got some little phones right here that you take the phone and you dump it in, right? And what happens most often is water cycles. So let's say mothers washing their kids' pants.
Oh, yeah.
They have their little phone in their pants and then they do a wash cycle. So not only is it a toilet, it could be a pond, people throw it, rain gets on it or whatever. But most common.
Is that fixable?
It is fixable. It is fixable.
It's still on.
It is still on. So there are a lot of things.
Wow.
It's still kind of on. It's kind of wet. It's kind of cycling right now.
So if that happens to you, what should you do first before we even?
Exactly what you should do is try to dry it out. You should turn it off. You should turn it off immediately. You should, and if it doesn't turn off, you should take it and then remove the battery. If you've got a phone that has a battery that comes out, remove the battery. Because what happens is this battery shorts out, right?
Okay.
And you can see where it's red right there? So that's an indicator that we've got water damage. It can turn pink, but it should be white.
Okay.
So this shows me immediately that this has water damage. And so what you want to do is remove any type of electrical component. If you're charging your phone and it goes into a cup of water or your bathtub or what have you, immediately get out because you could shock yourself.
Yeah, okay.
So you want to remove any electrical device from it and you want to try to dry it out as much as possible. The problem most folks have with water damaged devices is they allow it, they want to turn it back on. They want to make sure, see if it's still working.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing that you could do. If you put it in water, leave it alone. And I know a lot of people need their phone because of work and kids and everything else, but leave your phone alone for at least 24 to 48 hours. You have to, because what happens is, this is like an inside, this is an old HTC phone with a keypad, and then this is kind of like an iPad motherboard. And all these things are electronic, right? And what happens with these is, you see how fine-tuned these are? And when these get wet, it can certainly, damage these things. And then corrode them, and then it turns to rust. And so what happens on a phone, when you have a phone that's been, submerged, it's silent in there. And so what happens is water can slosh around inside and out. And so what you want to do is try to dry it out, pat it out with a cloth, and then just let it sit.
Let it sit, okay.
Some people say rice, right?
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah, and I've heard, we've done 11,000 repairs, and we've seen a lot of different, reasons why people have come and seen us. And people said, well, I had it in rice for 2 days and 3 days, and then I brought it to you. Rice really doesn't help. I mean, kitty litter is better than rice.
Oh.
But if you're going to use rice, don't use the white starchy rice. Use instant rice.
Okay.
Don't use any type of rice because it helps dry it out a little quicker. Silicone gels, those little things you get in, your shoes and stuff. Those are usually pretty well used, but if you collect those and use those. But what the most thing is, if you've got a battery, separate it out, take it out, pat it dry as much as you can. You don't want to use a hair dryer, a blowing device on it, because what happens is that kind of blows it further into maybe a circuit that can blow it out. You can use a fan you know, like a faraway fan
Okay.
from it, you know, that kind of helps, or a heating agent that's not blowing anything, you know, like a heat register or something like that, that'll help. But just keep it for 24 hours, 48 hours. Now, here's the one thing. If you've got an iPhone, iPhones are a little special because you can't open it up and get the battery out, right? So you've got to take it to someplace, normal gadgets, so we can open it up and start drying it out. Start taking the device apart, so that way we can start drying every single thing, and then seeing if we can get it back to life.
All right, great stuff. Normal gadgets can help you out if you drop your phone in water, if you crack the screen, do a lot more, and they sell stuff to prevent that kind of thing from happening to your screen. You can check them out in Peoria, 4700 North University Street at the Metro Center, 439-9500 is the number. And over in the Twin Cities in Bloomington at 2103 North Veterans Parkway, their number 807-3333. Go to normalgadgets.com for more information.
Terry, thank you so much. Good stuff here.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for not dropping our phones in the water.